Here's your question for today. You had to construct a pentagon with A, B, C, D, E as its points. Here's what's been given to you, and here are the expectations on how, or the criteria on what you need to do to complete this properly. Here. And we see that Zada drew the 4.7 centimeter line first, right? Why did you do this line? How many of you did this 4.7 centimeter line first? Why was this an easy option? Are there ideas on why this was easy? Yep.
It was easy because that's like a line where it's like it would be harder to make a 90-degree angle up there than it would be.
Yeah. See, it was easy. You're right. I agree with you. I think that this was easier to do it first, because if you saved it for this one, just say you did a random line up to here, and then you'd have to make sure this line here was 4.7. This is probably your best option, number one here. Your number two option would be where to draw the 4.7 centimeter line. I saw some of you do it. But where would you think the next best option would be? Rita? Where the A is, exactly, because you're given the angle measurement. Because you're given the angle measurement, this is your second best option. And really, if you pick this one first, it's as good as picking this one first. For me, 90 degrees is just easier to draw, because I know it looks like an L. It's easier. So I would recommend you get a question like this again, you go after the 90-degree angle. Those ones are easy. They're called benchmark measurements. You know, they're like, you know how some fractions are a half or a quarter, they're easy to tell? This in angles, 90 degrees is the same thing. Okay, it's very easy to tell, and it's practically the easiest angle to measure without a protractor, right? Because it's just visual, it's an L. I see that she's measured everything, and I also noticed, she didn't show it here, but she has this 360 plus 180 is 540. 540 degrees is, why is that number significant when we're drawing pentagons? Sabahat?
Because a pentagon has 540.
Right, there's 540 degrees inside a pentagon. So to confirm that all these measurements are correct, you would add these up, and I know she added it up because she erased it for some reason. 90. So 90 and 110 is 200. So we have plus 90, 290, and then we have 105 and 145, which is 250. 250 plus 290, that is 540. So this way I know that my angles inside here add up to 540. I have made zero mistakes. You added them up. Some of you added them up and it was like 537, 535, and you went back and remeasured your angles. That was a good strategy. I saw a couple students do that, which is good. Okay, here's your next question. It asks you to use a protractor and ruler to draw a parallelogram, JKLM, with KL equaling 6 centimeters, JK equaling 3 centimeters, and angle JKL equaling 70 degrees. in words, can you describe how you know that angle KLM is 110 degrees?
I know that angle KLM is 110 degrees because the other angle horizontally on the other side is 70, and both angles horizontally should add up to 180 in a 360 degree shape. So I subtracted 180 and 70 and I got 110 degrees, and both of those numbers added to 180 degrees, so that's how I found out that angle KLM is 110 degrees.
Right, and you know inside a parallelogram is 360 degrees, and opposite angles here apply, 70 and 70, 110, 110. So the last thing here I want to point out to you is that because it's a parallelogram, he has labeled these two sides are equal length and parallel, and these two sides are of equal length and parallel to each other.